What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel today. And in today's video, we're going to do the 2019-20 championship predictions. My predictions for this season's championship is getting underway this week on Saturday. For me, it will be on Friday for England, Great Britain. Because I'm pretty sure it is. So it's going to be exciting. I should have the video and live streamed over here in Australia, so I can watch the opening game of the season. Very hyped about Middlesbrough versus Luton. Will Luton go ahead and clinch the first 3 points of the season? Possibly. But we're going to do my predictions. I would say, there's like a couple of teams which I've kind of put in there just of gut feeling they might do better than last season or just go a little bit above expectation. But let's go ahead into the first team. Bottom of the league, I think, will be Charlton Athletic. So I think Charlton will be heading back to League One after going through to the playoffs. They did pretty well, but I think they might be too hard of a step up to the championship, and I think it will be all over for them. And I think they will probably get, maybe they could have a potential to get out, but they haven't really signed anyone to championship significant. So I think Charlton will stay in the bottom. I don't see them getting in. If they do get in into the championship for next season, I'll be quite surprised. But 24th will be Charlton. In 23rd, I've put Wigan Athletic. Losing the signings of Powell is going to be huge for them. Haven't really brought anyone up to really fill in the gaps, improve on the team. Just surviving last season, and I think it will be another tough struggle. I think they're going to get in that relegation. I think the bottom three will be quite constructed, quite impacted into the bottom three for mostly of the whole season. I think it will be no real fights happening at the end of the season to get out. I think it will be pretty like this, but I think somewhere around here. In 22nd, I've got Barnsley coming from the 2nd place, and I think they will head back to the League One. I don't know, maybe they could have found themselves in 21st, possibly 20th, but I think they could come 21st, but I think the 21st team will just clinch them pretty much. But the team who I wouldn't be surprised if they go out, but I don't think it might happen in my prediction. In 21st, I've chosen Luton Town. The winners of League One will be safe for the first season, back in the championship. Got some decent players, and I think with their little bit of additions to the side coming, obviously, there could be some still signings coming up for all these teams. And I think Luton Town, I think they've got the squad, and I think they've got the mental state. They can possibly start off strong, coming in. They've got high expectations of coming in, doing it. They've won the league, and I think it's going to be a good season back with the championship. But yeah, Barnsley with Luton Town will be a tough one to decide. In 20th, I think there will be quite a gap in between them. in between these two teams, Hull City in 20th. I think you guys will be safe. I think there won't be any tough relegation scraps with you guys. But if you do get relegated, would I be surprised? Probably not. If you can keep hold of Bowen and a couple of your strike force and defense intact, I reckon you guys will be safe. But if you lose Bowen, I think it could possibly impact your survival in the championship, or possibly get into a relegation scrap with Barnsley and Luton. But I'll put you guys 20th, and you could possibly get some more signings in the bag. In 19th will be Millwall. I think some departures, and not really anyone big has came into the squad. I think Millwall won't. They could. I think they were going to probably start decent, but flop around the December-November period. So I think they will have a decent start to the season, but I think they might have tough struggles in that start of the season that will help them survive. But I think they will do comfortable in this with Hull City, and it's starting to get away from the relegation with 18th place Reading. And I think this is where the cut-off line is going to be with the relegation scrap, if there will be a relegation scrap. These teams. Reading, put them above them two. So I think Reading could possibly go into the relegation, but I think these three teams will be in their own little league, playing it off, with Luton and Barnsley. Even Wigan, Charlton will be gone within the first, or they could be gone before the last 3 match days. Barnsley and Luton will go down to the final day. Hull, Millwall and Reading will be going out, but they've done pretty well with them. I expect them to do pretty decent for the first couple, and hopefully Reading do lift their game up a bit and go off with a bang. Sheffield Wednesday, a team who is struggling. They don't have a manager currently, which is going to be a big impact. If they can try to find at least someone in a couple of days, it's not looking good. If they don't have a manager, this could possibly be terrible prediction. Could have put them in a relegation, but I don't think they will be. I think they will be pretty good on it. But hopefully, if they do get their act together and sign a manager quickly, because it's, as I said, 1 more week to go. Birmingham City is the next team. With them losing that big signing of Che Adams, it's going to be huge for them, and it could possibly mean for some tough times ahead. I reckon if you did have Che Adams, I think it could possibly look like you could be a little bit higher. But with the loss of Che Adams, I think Birmingham will have quite of a struggling time trying to keep up with the top pack. But I think you guys will be pretty safe in the whole relegation scrap. I think you guys will be all good with that. You got some arrivals with Ivan Susic from Dynamo Zagreb, a good young prospect coming from them at Croatian as well. Good signing. Gary Gardner, got Nadoy coming back from loan, and you've got Medina, Crawley. So looking pretty decent, but obviously with the departures of Che Adams, Jota will be quite of a disappointing loss to you guys. But we'll see how that will go. In 15th place will be QTR. which I put them a little bit higher than maybe some people would realise. And I think they will do somewhat okay in it. And possibly they could find themselves in a little bit lower. But I don't think they'll struggle. They pretty much what Birmingham is in terms of splits and everything. With arrivals of Dominic Ball, Lee Wallace and Mark Parle, Todd Kane, looking decent signings of Matt Smith as well. Also Bud Bett coming from Brentford could be decent. They have bring in a couple of players, but a loss of Freeman and also Furlong does impact the right back position and attacking midfield, with Cousins going and Jake Bidwell also going. So could be a couple of struggling. They could be maybe a little bit more in front, but I don't think it will be a tough season in terms of relegation. Stoke City, a team who struggled last season, and I think this season will be another tough season again. I think it won't be looking good for them. Obviously, with 113 million euros, the squad value is for this season, currently on the 30th of July. That it's one of the biggest. They should, well, quite one of the biggest, but they should do enough. They could possibly, I did have them floating around 12th, 11th, but I don't think they've got the signings really to back that up. Tommy Smith coming from Huddersfield, Liam Lindsay, Stephen Ward, and Cousins from QPR, Lee Gregory, Adam Davies, and Nick Powell. It's decent signings, but I don't think it will be enough to make a big impact. With their departures, not really anyone too big in the departures, so they've got that to look on. In 13th, Huddersfield. This is a team who's come down from the Premier League. I don't think they will be looking too good in this season. Once they got relegated, I was like, yeah, it's going to be a struggle in the Championship. I don't think they will have a good season. 13th, they could possibly finish a bit like QPR, Stoke and Birmingham could be in front of them, I probably would expect. But they've only signed from Montepillo, Isaac Membenza, Evan Bockhorn, Reece Brown from Forest Green. Might be a bit of a step up, and Tommy Elfie. Some good signs, but I don't think they will have that Championship burst. With losses to Lascelles, Jack Payne. They also lost Philip Billing just today, and Tommy Smith. If they lose Aaron Moy, it will probably start to go down for them. Not looking too good for them at the moment. Preston Northern, just 12th place. I think they will do pretty well this season. Not too big of a fuss. They shouldn't really be in a promotion, maybe a promotion in a battle, but I think it should be a all-round decent performance for them this season. In 11th place, I've put Blackburn. I think they've done a decent transfers this season. Obviously, some good season last season, and I think it will carry on, and I think they will do pretty decent. With the reload signing of Walton, will be a good goalkeeper for them. Sam Gallagher from Southampton. That's a good striker coming into them, with Bradley Johnson and Stuart Downing coming in for them as well. And people going for them not really big, just David Raya to Brentford, and Paul Downing to Portsmouth will probably be the biggest ones for them. But I think that we can improve to an extent. I think they will do pretty well this season in 11th place. Nottingham Forest, a team who I think in the next couple of years will be in the Premier League. This season, I think it's another season of building the team up, getting ready for the time to pounce for them. But I think it will be a good start to their season. I don't think maybe around the endish will be when it starts to fall off. But their new signing, loan from Wolves, Rafa Mir is a good signing for them. Thiago Silva, coming from Fiorenese. Also Muric from Man City on loan. Sammy Elworthy, maybe too decent. Alpha Semedo from Benfica, that looks like a decent loan. And Albert Adama from Aston Villa. And as I said in the Aston Villa prediction video, he wasn't too good when I watched him. So see how he worked with Nottingham Forest. Their losses, there hasn't been too big of a loss in any way. So they've done good in their outs, and I think they're improving the squad a little bit more and more. 9th place, I think Derby County, losing Frank Lampard. I think that will have a little bit of a toll to them, but I don't think it'll be too big where they in the 12th and 13th place. I think they will do alright. Not playoffs this season. I don't think they will have the spark to go into the playoffs, but I think that this will be a rebuilding session. Gets everyone. They might have not a very good start, but I think they will just fall short of the promotion place. They haven't really brought anyone in to help them. Obviously, a couple of losses for them, not too big of a loss, and it should be looking all good for them in 9th place, keeping the roughly same size of players. Swansea and 8th, might be a shock to some people, but if they do lose Ollie, I think that could possibly mean they will be gone from this 8th place. But at the moment, I'm putting them in 8th place, and they should. I think Derby has probably a more of a fine chance for playoffs. I'll put Swansea because I feel like they're going to do a very good season this season. And I think they could be looking on to a potential of Premier League status in the next couple of years to come. Jordan Ayew to Crystal Palace and Daniel James, two big signings leaving. So that could be a bit of a disappointment to Swansea, but everything's looking good for Swansea. I think they do have a good, capable squad to possibly hit the playoffs. 7th place Middlesbrough, I'll put them short. I don't think they will have that promotion push. And see how they would go. Obviously, Middlesbrough, a playoff team, pretty much. They can't really find their way back into the Premier League. Maybe in a couple of seasons they could, but they haven't really made any top signings. Losing Martin Braithwaite again will be a difficult loss, but not really anyone else too big. Added Flint for Mel to Cardiff. Now for the first playoff race, I've put Bristol City in there. I think this is going to be a good season for them. I'm pretty sure they finished 7th last season, so I think it will be a redemption here, and I put them in 6th place because I think they will do decent, and it should be a good season with a couple of new signings. And I just have a good vibe against Bristol City at the moment to see them in that promotion. But I think it will be very tough. Bristol City's Middlesbrough, Swansea and Derby, and possibly Nottingham Forest. I don't think Blackpool below will get into the playoffs, but it could be a 5-way fight for the last promotion place. 5th is West Brom, losing Dwight Gale, Rodon. I think Dwight's gone. But they lost Rodon, and lost Jay Rodriguez. I think will hurt them a lot, but I think it will be still enough to get them in the playoffs. Hopefully everything will be all good for them, and it should be all good with them in 5th place. I don't think they will have fun to get into playoffs. I think they should be okay in playoffs. 4th place is the Bottlers, Leeds United, for 2 times in a row, I'm pretty sure. Not a good end of season for Leeds. Bielsa will be looking to get that promotion, but I think it won't happen again. Could it be 3 times lucky? Yeah, possibly. But let's see how they go. Floating around in that playoffs. Do possibly see them into that, but I think the 2 top teams will possibly run away. I think everyone's picking these 2 teams as well to get back to promotion. We've got Brentford in 3rd, a difficult, surprising choice for mostly everyone. I think Brentford will have a good season with the signing of the Leeds United defender Jensen. I think it's be a very good signing, and I think they will do pretty well in the playoffs. I don't think they will. I think that they will be the team who possibly fights for the automatic, but not all the way. And I think the top 2 is pretty much set stone now. First of all, I think Cardiff will come in 2nd place. I don't think they will have too much struggle. They could possibly go in playoffs, but I don't think it will be a playoff situation for them. I think they're going to go straight back up. And the only reason why they haven't really, I think Fulham do have the better squad. But obviously, if they can get a good chemistry, they only saw Hall. They've kept the same lineup pretty much. So it's looking very, very good for them. And it looks like they will be back into Premier League with me. In 1st place, Fulham, as I said, I think they still have that good enough side for Premier League. In a couple of matches, when they got announced relegation, I said to myself, to my brother, they will win the rest of the games now. And they pretty much did. They only lost a couple. I think they went on, after the relegation, on a 3-4 winning streak. And I was like, holy moly, I'm pretty correct. So they do have that Premier League depth in it. But that will be it for this prediction video. The last video of the Premier League has been doing really well. Up to 20 views, I'm pretty sure. Last season, 19. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Less fancy, less more hard work. But I put this one in because it's starting to be at the end of the season, and I think everything will be all good. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like it, hit that like button. Tell me your predictions down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be League 1. Peace.